Good evening, guys. So today we'll be discussing about views module. It is one of the coolest module provided by Drupal, and it is a really helpful module. So I'll start on it. So table of content. So what a views module is a core module that is provided by Drupal. So basically, say there are like Drupal being a content management system. Say if you want to list the contents which are of particular content type or contents which are which are tagged to a particular taxonomy term. So basically, what we do is if you are using SQL, what you would do is select star from particular table where this content is of type X content type and is stacked to this particular taxonomy term like that. So views module does that for us. It provides an interface for us where we add the configurations that we want, where we filter out the content that we want, and it will generate the SQL query and it will give the uh, desired contents in a way that is easily comprehended by the end user. So why views module should be used? So views module can be used for like as I said, they will to display contents based on requirements to easily filter out everything and all. Views module will be used. I'll start on with the demo. So views being a core module is available in Drupal directly. So you just have to go in the structure and you just click on views. So everything in the Drupal that is provided, for example, here in content, you can see all the contents that are being created. Even this is a view. So this is basically all the contents of all content types, and these are the fields that are available. So I'll show you how to create a view. So you just click on add view. We'll just give it a name. I'll name it TECHX view. So what I'm doing is I'm showing content of type article or basic page. I'll go with basic page and I'm sorting it by news first and I'll create a page here. And right now I've kept display format as unformatted list. I'll explain this once the view is created. So this is how default view page will look like. So I'll start with all the options, the important options that are available. Views has a lot of other features. It will take too much time to explain all the features. I'll explain the most prominent ones. So this is title. This is obvious one, and this formatted list. So unformatted list, it basically lists all the contents in this format, like one below the other. If you based on the styling and based on the requirements, you can change the format. For better understandable purpose, I'll change it to table. But before that, I'll start with the two option here. So here I'm showing the content and I'm showing teaser view mode of the content. Here you can also change it. Like in this case, I'm showing a view mode. And if you don't want to show the view mode, instead you want to show fields. So you just have to click on content and I'll be using fields here and I'll apply and I'll so here right now only default title, the content title is available. And here you can see all the content titles are available. So here you can also add more fields that you want to show. For example, I want the taxonomy term that is that it is tagged. I'll add that and I'll apply it. So here you can see uh, the title and the tag that is which it is tagged to will be shown. Right now I have created four tags: north, east, west, south. So you can see those fields available here. And if you want, you don't want it to be like unformatted list, so I can use table here. So table will look like this. There are options here where you can change the order and all. And I'll apply. And here you can see table is created here accordingly. And this is much easier to understand for our puzzle. But based on the styling requirements and all, you can change it however you want. So here you get to add the fields that you want. Next is filter criteria. Filter criteria, basically what it does is, you can, as I said, say you want to show contents of particular uh, content type, or say if you want to show contents of the contents which are particularly tagged to a certain content type, certain tag, you can mention that here. Basically, it adds a filter, where condition, something like that. So what I'll do is here, what I'll do is I'll just add a filter to demo purpose. So I'll add taxonomy term and conflict criteria. So here autocomplete, apply, continue. So here you can specify what type of tag it should be content. So if I were to type west here and apply and save it, I'll open the view in a separate page for better understanding. You can see the contents that are present here, they are basically tagged to only west. So if I were to change it, maybe not west, I want it to be east, and apply, save it. Now only the contents which are present in, so which are tagged to east will be listed here. So that's how it filter criteria works. If you want, you can also expose this filter to end users. If they want to expose it, uh, we'll let them select whatever filter they want to apply. So what I'll do is, I'll keep it exposed and I'll keep it apply, save. So since I've kept it as autocomplete, I'll keep it west, apply. You can see the articles which are tagged to west are listed here. So that's how it works, and you can see the URL is getting updated here. So the if you want to access some with some sort of field, you can use custom filters and pass the target ID value like this and hide the filter using CSS. So that's one more feature. Sort criteria. Sort criteria is basically changing the order of the contents that are listed here. You can change the content based on author, or if there is particular date field present or any kind of other fields which are sortable, you can mention that in the sort criteria, and based on sort criteria, you can change the order of the contents. Next is a path of the page. Like here it is mentioned here, as you can see, it is mentioned here. That is path. Menu, if you want, you can mention the menu wherever you want. Normal menu entry, if you want it to be present in main navigation, or menu tab, if you want to create a separate tab for it. Clicking on the tab will redirect user to that particular menu. That's how you can configure it here. This is menu. Next is permissions. Permissions, it will basically, you can decide, you can view this view. Right now I have kept it, we have kept it as permission, view published content. If you want, you can also select maybe user level permissions, like particular user can only see this view, etc., etc. From clicking here, you can basically select. Here we have selected permissions, but if you want it to restrict it based on role, you can select it here. Header, footer. These both are basically contents that you want to add for a view. Like in header section, you can either add a default kind of content, or maybe like a normal nothing, maybe like a body field where you want to mention some information regarding the view, etc. to display. Uh, that can be done in header and footer. No result behavior is basically what it does is, say if there for a particular view filter, there are no contents. For example, if East taxonomy term doesn't have any content tag to it. So on those cases, you can either add a default content, or you can also add a default body field, uh, which will basically tell, yeah, there are no contents present here, or no contents present, no results found, etc. Like that. Next would be pager. So there are multiple ways to display this, and here you can see there is pager present here. So this is a mini pager where only one page will be shown, and based on if you go to next page, page two number will be shown. That is one. And next would be page output full pager. Full pager, what it will do is it will list all the numbers of pages that are present here. Something like this, 1, 2. It is not styled properly, but so yeah, basically it will show all the number of pages that are present here. In normal pager, mini pager, it will just display the page that is present here. Here it will list all the pages that are present here. So you can just click on it and you can move to the next page. And if you want, you can display all the items, or you can display a particular, like say if you want to display only 3 contents here. So I'll just place 3 contents, apply, save it. So here you can see only 3 contents will be shown. And offset is basically the number of contents that you want to skip. On sort criteria basis, the first contents basically what say if there are 1 to 10 numbered contents. So if I select 3 offset, the first 3 contents will not be shown. So the next contents will be shown. So this type of contents, they are used if you are displaying a featured content on top and listing all other contents in the bottom, and you don't want the first content to show up in the view that is present in DOM. So you can just set the offset 1 like that. This is more link. More link, basically we use it in blocks. Basically it will show, like instead of it's more like the way you click on read more, right? In the contents, it will show like, yeah, I want to read, like here, you can see there are more, if you click on more, it will move to next, it will show more contents. Right now I've limited it, so it is not showing. So more will be used for that purpose. Uh, yeah, this section is done. Now I'll move on to the advanced section. Advanced section. So first is relationships. As you can see here, the fields that are provided here are from contents. So what if you want some other uh, values which are present, not present in this table? So for example, this is a vanilla instance. I'll use user basically. Say if you want to display user fields, user email address or user ID, the user who created that content. So it is not, by default, it is not available in the fields because these are basically content fields. What I'll do is I'll define the user ID. I'll define the relationship, which is basically user, and apply and configure and apply. And what I'll do is I'll add that, then that field will be available here. So here you can see user, and here you can see the details about user. You can add it here. So what I'll do is I'll select user ID here, and then configure fields and apply. So here you can see the user ID will be provided. Even this can be used to filter contents. Like if you want to add a filter criteria and say that you want contents that are tagged to, that are created by user whose ID is 1, even only those contents will be present. So that's how you configure it. Next is contextual filters. So contextual filters, how it works is basically these filters are passed in URLs. Say what I'll do is I'll add tags here. Basically. So, and for now I'll keep this as not exposed. What I'll just remove. So right now I have created a contextual filter here. So what I'll do is I'll just pass the ID of the taxonomy term, say 2. So you can see the south is tagged to taxonomy term 2. So only south contents, the contents that are tagged to south are showing up here. Say if I pass 3, only east contents will show up like this. So contextual filters, it will be used mostly when like personal, I would use for personalization. Say if there are any links that should lead to this particular view where it is tagged here. So contextual filters will come to use. So we can just pass the URL like this, and just the contents tagged to that will show up. So that's how contextual filters work. This is exposed from in block. As you can see here, we configured this expose form here, which was basically taxonomy term. So if you want, you can expose this filter as a block and place that block in that view page itself directly. Uh, it depends on tasks, like different types of tasks. If you want to like style it separately, or if you're using layout builders or something like that, and if you want it to be like particularly different and not part of the view, in those cases you can expose that form in block. It will be removed from the particular view and it will be available as a block. So I'll show the demo too. And I'll hide that. And configure. Keep it as drop down. Expose this filter. One more. So right now it is available here. What I'll do is expose form on block. What I'll do is I'll go to block type, not block types, block layout. And the content section, what I'll do is I'll place this. This should be here you can see expose from TECHX view page one. I'll place this block here. I'll display title so it is much easier to identify and save it. So that's how you place the block separately here. Here you can see TECHX view. The title is present and the block is additionally added here. So if you want it, you can you can override this and style it based on your requirements. So that's this feature expose form in block. No, right now. Next is expose form style. Right now, basic style that is provided by views is used here. Uh, if you want, there is a module called better expose filters, which gives much better options such as auto submit, uh, even the drop downs and all, etc. Additional, after clicking the filter, the drop down should close. Like those additional features, they are provided by better expose filters. That module can be used. Right now, basic expose form style is used, which is this one. That is one. Next will be machine name of the view, which is right now page underscore one. So this is the machine name of the view. If you want, you can change this based on standards. Like some projects use standards when overriding the view twig name and all. So this will be appended to the twig name, something like views hyphen hyphen view page underscore one display, something like that. So if you are using some sort of hooks, like maybe like hook view pre-render, uh, in those cases, this page name, display page name will be used. Like you will first mention the view ID, which view machine name, and the display ID, which is page underscore one. Administrative comment. This is basically for maybe like future developers who are going through this view. If you want to tell that this view is for demo purpose or this view is for this particular task, etc., you can mention that in the administrative comment. So future developers will know why it is being used. This is Ajax. Ajax, as everyone knows, it will instead of loading the page, if you see here, I'll refresh this first time and I'll remove the filter. So I'll just place north, and if I apply, you can see the whole page is getting reloaded. If you don't want the page to reload, if you want it to work like Ajax, you just enable Ajax. I'll enable Ajax here and save it. I'll change it to south. Apply. Here you can see the Ajax loader will come, and instead of page getting reloaded, the result gets updated immediately. So that's how you do it. Uh, this is Ajax. Hide attachments in summary. This basically deals with like if you want contextual filters, like add contextual filters, maybe like if you want to define that node, if contextual filter is not provided, maybe like display a summary. In those cases, if you want that hide that summary, etc. Like if you were to add an attachment here and then uh, provide a default value for the contextual filter, those cases hide attachment in summary will work. Contextual links shown. So this option, mm, so here you can see I can edit the view directly here. So this pencil mark comes here, so which I will enable. So that is this. If you want it, you can just hide it and apply, save. So you can see that the pencil mark goes away. So you cannot. This is blocked. So for the view, it is not available. So you can't edit the view based on that. So that's contextual link. Uh, Aggregation is used to basically aggregate the fields. It's commonly used for search and all. If you want to aggregate certain fields, like it will add a group by conditions for the fields. Next is query settings. Query setting. This disable SQL writing is there is a hook called hook query alter. Basically, we used it to like maybe alter the query based on our requirements. So if we enable this, no matter even if you add the hook, it will not take effect. It will block that. This is to like avoid duplications and all. If you want, you can add a comment here, query comment, which will show up here in this section. Like if I just add say demo by input and apply it, and you can see here, you can see the comment getting added here. So that's how query settings are used. Next is caching. Caching is based on, you can define if it is based on tag based or time based. Based on that, the cache will get invalidated. Is that CSS class? If you want to override this, is basically for styling. If you want to give your own class for that, say for now I'll give TECHX demo and apply, save, inspect the view. So this view content extract. Here you can, if I were to search for, so the class will be provided here. So what I'll give a different class so it will be much easier. Just name, I'll just give my name as class. Apply, save. So you can see the class is getting added here for the view. So if you want, you can add the class, and based on that, target this class and style it however you want. So that is that. Uh, Addition, and this section you can see why I told it is a query, and you can see that you can see here the query select node field data created as here, and you're seeing the all the conditions here where the query for our ID to be and here the where condition is present. Based on this, the content gets filtered out, and the contents that you see here are present here. So this is what we used as for us basic mainly. So Those are all here. This views has multiple other use cases too. If you which are basically if you want, views model can be used in paragraphs and block types. So there is a module called views field, which basically enables user to add a field to a paragraph and render a view altogether. So there's that. Even that this is view field. So this model can be used to render a view altogether inside a paragraph or a block type. There, there is also other modules which use filter. I believe use field filter. Also. View ref, there are multiple modules like this which enables user to uh, do multiple other tasks, like these modules they are built on top of the views, which enable users to do multiple tasks. Say if you want to like if there is a paragraph that lists all the contents, like which are say basically it should content referenced paragraphs. So in those cases, if you want particular contents to show up, even then views will be used. So that's all I guess. Views can be like overridden by particular views such as hook view preview or hook view pre-renders, like they're based on that, or even hook view query alter to alter the query based on like your requirements. That's all about views. So do you have any questions or concerns?
Hi guys, thank you for watching. I had an amazing time learning all the new things here at Specbee's TechX. And if you did too, do let us know in the comments below. Keep following Specbee for the latest trends in technology. See you in the next one.